Hello my dear students. In this video we'll discuss class 9 mathematics chapter 1 number systems. Very important points for your revision. First point is the number r is called a rational number if it can be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equals to 0. This r is called rational number, means p by q we call it rational number when this numerator and denominator both are integers and q not equal to 0, because when q is 0 it is not defined. Second point, a number s is called an irrational number if it cannot be written, means it cannot be written in the form p by q, then it is called irrational number, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. All of you know integers, all counting numbers and their negatives including zeros. Third point, a decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating means it ends at a particular point, means like 2.34, its end means after that there is no non-zero digits, it's terminating, or non-terminating recurring. Non-terminating recurring means like 1 by 3, so we are getting 0.33333. It's non-terminating means it's going up to end infinite, but what the digits are coming, only 33333, means recurring means repeating. So decimal expansion of a rational number is either terminating or non-terminating then recurring. Okay, if it is non-terminating then recurring, so that is called rational number. This thing we can say a number whose decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating recurring is called rational, means in both the ways we can say this. Fourth point, a decimal expansion of an irrational number. Decimal expansion of an irrational number is non-terminating and non-recurring, means it never ends, means it goes up to infinite, and also non-recurring means the set of digits are non-recurring, means this is called irrational number. So in decimal expansion, if it is given, you can easily identify this is rational or irrational. So we can say this thing same way, as a number whose decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-recurring, means non-terminating and non-recurring both must be there, then that is called an irrational number. Fifth point, all the rational and irrational numbers make up the collection of real numbers, means real number is a collection of rational and irrational numbers. If the number is rational and real, or irrational is also real, this can be shown on the number line, rational and irrational numbers. There is a unique real number corresponding to every point on the number line. On the number line, every point denotes unique real number. Also, corresponding to each real number, there is a unique point on the number line. There are infinite real numbers, okay, and these are on a number line, so it's a unique point and unique number. Seventh point, if r is rational and s is irrational, we are denoting r as rational and s is irrational, then r plus s, rational plus irrational, r minus s, rational minus irrational, are irrational numbers. Okay, we add rational and irrational numbers, we are getting irrational number. We subtract rational and irrational numbers, we are getting irrational numbers. We are multiplying rational and irrational numbers or dividing rational and irrational numbers, then we are also getting irrational numbers. Here r is not 0. Why r is not 0? Because here given r is rational, and if it is r is rational and it's 0, then r plus s and r minus s, it's okay, they will be irrational. But r into s, here r is 0, so 0 into irrational will be 0, that will be rational, because 0 is a rational number. Similarly here r by s, r is 0, then 0 by s will be also rational. Here that's why it's written r is not equal to 0. 8th point, very important, for positive real numbers a and b, we have following identities. Root of ab is equals to root a into root b. Just remember here, these are positive real numbers, a and b are positive real numbers, so root of a by a into b equals root a into root b. The second thing, root of a by b is equals to root a divided by root b, means we can separate this square root. Now root a plus root b into root a minus root b. Here see here root a, here also root a, plus minus root b, here also root b, same number means. So root a plus root b into root a minus root b can be written as a minus b. Why a minus b? Because root a into root a is a, root b into root b is b, and that is the form of a plus b, a minus b form. So what is a plus b, a minus b? It's a square minus b square. So here we'll do root a whole square minus root b whole square. So root a whole square is a, root b whole square is b. Fourth is a plus root b into a minus root b. These are different variations for this. So a plus root b into a minus root b. Here a is without root and b is with root. Here a plus and minus, root b and root b. Numbers are same. This is in root, this is without root. So a plus b, a minus b form again. So this a square. So here a square as it is minus. Now this number is square. This number is root b. Root b whole square will be only b. Fifth identity, root a plus root b whole square. Root a plus root b whole square means root a plus root b into root a plus root b. So what is a plus b whole square? We know that a plus b whole square is a square. So here a is what? Root a. So root a square is a. Root n square is n. So root a square means a plus 2ab. We write a plus b whole square as a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here 2ab. So plus 2. What is a? Root a. What is b? Root b. Now root a and root b we are getting. So we can write it as root ab from here. So and plus this thing is root b. So root b whole square is b. So we can write this number as root a plus root b whole square as a plus 2 root ab plus b. Ninth point, this is very important to rationalize. To rationalize the denominator of 1 by root a plus b means its denominator we have to rationalize. Then we multiply this by what? Root a minus b. Whatever the sign here, we have to change with the other sign. Means if it is plus, we have to change minus. If it is minus, we have to change plus. So we multiply this by root a minus b divided by root a minus b. If this both numbers must be same. Just remember this. Where a and b are integers. A and b are integers. And if you have to rationalize the denominator of this 1 by root a plus b, then we multiply this by root a minus b divided by root a minus b. Because here plus sign, so we are taking minus sign. Last point, let a is greater than 0. If a is positive, greater than 0 means positive, and it's a real number. And p and q be rational numbers. P and q are any rational numbers, then what we can say, a power p dot a power q equals a power p plus q. So what dot means here? Here dot means multiplication. A power p multiplied by a power q. Bases are same, powers are different. It's in multiplication, so we can write as same base a, and now we add the powers p and q. But when we add the powers? When these are in multiplication. So we can write a power p into a power q equals a power p plus q. Similarly here, a power p divided by a power q. So this can be again a base is same. So we can write it as a power p minus q. Here a power p whole power q means here base is a, power is p, and it's again now this becomes base and this is the power. So a power p whole power q is a power p into q. So this time these powers are multiplied. And this last fourth identity for this, a power p into b power q. Here nothing is there means multiplication is there. It's obvious. A power p, b power p. So here bases are different but powers are same. So we can write, we can just multiply the bases a into b. We are just multiplying the bases a into b and putting the same power because both bases have same power p. So this whole power p. That way we can write. I hope it's clear to you. Please like and share our videos and subscribe to get these types of videos. Thanks for watching.